Hi to all, my name is Ashika Goel and welcome back to your own YouTube channel SG Basics. But before starting with the whole video, I just would like to recommend you to do like, share and subscribe to our channel. So, you must be surprised that what's the heading? Cell. And today we are just going to talk about this cell only. Because cell is the most important aspect of beginning with the biology. Right? So let's discuss what we are going to discuss in this video. See, I have just divided this subject cell into two parts. One is the part 1 and other is the part 2. Because cell structure will require more time, so that is why I have made a separate video for it. Okay, and that will be also recommended very soon. So part 1, in this video, part 1 will deal with cell definition, cell shape, cell size and the number of cells. Okay, so let's begin. So first of all, let us discuss what is a cell, right? So cell is the structural and functional unit of life. Now, what is the structural and functional unit of life? See, whenever we talk about any organism, any organ, any tissue, what is the basic thing in it is actually it is made up of cell. All the organisms are made up of tiny small unit that is called as a cell. In a human body there are billions and trillions of cells, right? So it means that cell is the structural and functional unit of life, because group of cells will make tissues, group of tissues will make organ, group of organ will make organ system, and that's what the human body contains of, right? So, do you know that who invented this cell? Who is that rock star? That is the Robert Hooke. Yes, he invented this cell in 1665. So he was examining a thin slice of coke under a primitive microscope. Primitive means very old, not much developed, right? Primitive microscope. So what he found is actually he found a porous structure of cork that just resemble it to the honeycomb. You all must be knowing what is a honeycomb, right? So that is why he just named that unit the cells. The word cell is derived from the Latin word cellula, right? So which means a very little room. So that is why we got the name cell. Now, what is cytology? See, when we study about the cell and its structure, when they study about that cell and its structure, that is only what called as cytology. And the father of cytology was Robert Hooke, because he only discovered the cell. He was the first man to discover it. Now, who is the Anton van Leeuwenhoek? See, Robert Hooke invented the cell by a microscope, but that microscope wasn't much developed. It was a primitive microscope. So, in 1674, Robert van Leeuwenhoek improved it, so that we can see the small organisms like cell and different types of animals which are very small through this improved microscope, right? So we are also called that Anton van Leeuwenhoek is actually the father of the microscope. Now we have completed the cell definition topic. Now let's begin with the size of the cell. In the normal size in human body, it is 20 micrometer. This symbol represents micrometer, okay? And this 30 micrometer. So in the normal size in the human body, we have 20 to 30 micrometers in diameter. That's a very small cell, okay? Now we'll just discuss which one is the longest cell. So in animals, it is the ostrich egg, and it is of 15 centimeter in diameter. So this is the only cell, and the hen's egg also, that you can see by your eyes. This ostrich egg as well as the hen's egg, that is also can be visible. So that is why whenever you want to see the cell, you can just go through the ostrich egg or the hen's egg. because it's so big. It's 15 centimeter in diameter, right? Now, let us deal with the largest cell in the human. That is the female ovum. That is the reproductive part of the females. Okay? Now, what is the longest cell? See, in human body as well and in animals, these are the nerve cells. Why nerve cells? Because these are only the cells which transmit messages from brain to all the parts of the body and from body to the brain. So that is why it has to be big. It has to be long, right? So that is why in animals and in humans, nerve cell is the longest cell. It is up to 1 meter. Observe it, 1 meter. So, and in plants, it is the hemp fiber. That's the fiber, hemp fiber. Okay. Now, beginning with the smallest cell, that is the PPLO, pleuropneumonia-like organism. Right? That is the microplasma. That is up to 0.1 micrometer to 0.5 micrometer. So small, so small. I just think that it might be very difficult for the microscope to observe it. But okay, 0.1 micrometer to 0.5 micrometer. That is why it is the smallest cell. And smallest cell in the human body or in the animals, in certain animals, right? That's the male sperm. That is again the reproductive part of the human body or the animals. Now, we even though completed the size of the cells topic, now let us begin with the shape of cell. See, the shape of a cell depends on its work. Why work? Because the work it performs, the shape it becomes, right? जैसा उसका shape होगा, वही उसका work होगा, right? So that is why I just said that it depends on its work. Let's see an example. You'll get to understand much better. Okay, elongated. Elongated means thin and long. That is the nerve cell. And just now we just talked that nerve cell is the longest one, so it must be the elongated one, means thin and long. Nerve cell. So the nerve cell is used to transmit messages, so that is why it is long. So that is what I just said, that it depends on its work. The shape of cell depends on its work. Okay. Second one is spindle. That is the muscle cell. Branched means it is a type of branch like. That is the pigment cell of the skin. Next, cuboidal. That is the germ cell of gonads. Next is the saucer. That is the RBC one. Oval. All the eggs are almost oval in shape. So these are the eggs. Then sleeper shaped. That is the paramecium. Okay. And the polygonal are the liver cells. Now, let us discuss about the number of cells. So, number of cells, see in different types of organisms, they're not always the multicellular organisms. Some are made up of one cell, some are made up of more than one cell. So, we have just given a specific name to it so that we can identify which one is the single cell organism and which one is the more than one celled organism. Okay, so that is what the name which we have given to it is actually the unicellular for one cell and multicellular for the numerous cells. Uni means one, so that is why it means that single cell, one celled organism. Right? Now let us begin with some examples of it. That is the amoeba, paramecium and chlamydomonas. Okay, and multicellular means more than one cells. The organisms which are made from more than one cells, that are made up of numerous cells, right? They are called as multicellular organisms. For example, higher plants and animals. And even though there are lots of organisms, even we and you all are actually determined under the multicellular organisms only. So guys, we have actually completed the topic that I just discussed right now, like cell definition, cell shape, cell size and number of cells. And in the next video, we'll just deal with the cell structure. Okay. So, to end this video, I just would like to give you some fact upon it on the cells. That is the cell in the outermost layer of our skin are dead. That quite be surprising for you all, that the cells in the outermost layer of the skin are dead. And it means that tissues, that is outer layer of the skin, are dead. Okay. So guys, by this enthusiasm, I just end my video. So do like, share and subscribe to my channel. Till then, bye bye.